Good afternoon, Tuesday, August 30th. This is the Bat X Release Show on covers with the man himself, Derek Carty. I'm your co-host, just here for the ride. Josh Ingles, great to see everybody here with us. As always, the bets are starting to run up in the chat. Everyone's got projections. Even Dan's got Derek on the big screen. So there you go. How we doing, Mr. Carty? Welcome to Tuesday.
Yeah, doing well. Coming off a 2-0 day on Friday. Got a little bit lucky with it, but we've run into plenty of bad luck this year, so I'll take that for sure. Looking to keep it going.
Nothing wrong with a double steal winner to close out the week, and as the end of August approaches, the boys are still up almost 15 units on the year. Lines are moving, so let's get right to it. Everybody in the chat, we got to keep this train moving because, as always, those lines move just at the same rate. So the release procedure, if you're new to the show, this is the way we handle it. We'll tell you the book where we're playing the best odds, give you some time to log in. Then we'll tell you the game in question. Again, giving some people some time to log in to their account, find the game, navigate some menus. Then we'll tell you the prop market so you can queue up the bet. And then, unlike some of the other release shows, we won't have a cancel. Whatever we say is the play. We'll tell you the player and the over-under bet. And we're doing this so we can make sure that everybody gets on the same page, gets the same number if we're at the same book, because Derek's projections at the back certainly move some lines as we see day to day. So in saying that, the boys got two releases today. Are we ready, Derek? And let's get these out before they keep moving.
Yeah, let's do it. And I will say, these are somewhat, book line specific ones. There can be some divergence on these. So getting them at the right line is important today.
Yeah, and we've already seen this one tumble. We're going to start here at BetMGM first game. Going over to BetMGM, Dodgers at Mets is the first game we're looking at. BetMGM, log in there, go to Dodgers at the Mets, take some time, go over to player props. The prop market we're looking at there is pitcher strikeouts. Pitcher strikeouts, and we've already seen this one tumble. Let's get right to it. For release number one, we are going Dodgers. Andrew Heaney under 5.5 Ks at plus 110. Andrew Heaney under 5.5 Ks plus 110. Don't let those decimal odds fool you. That's still plus 110. We were so close to getting that plus 130 at Bet365 that was stale, but changed 20 points in the 5 minutes.
Yeah, we had it. We had it at plus 130 5 minutes ago, and it's gone now. It's
and the plus 110's gone now immediately too, as it just went to even money. And that's where
that was still the best line on the board. A lot of books are negative money at this point with this Heaney prop. I think that might have been the only plus money one still left. But I like it at that number. Once it starts getting, even money, negative money, I don't like it quite as much. Again, it's a day where it's a pretty fine line between what's a play and what isn't a play, but I like this one. So Heaney is a guy who, has had his injury issues this year, back from injury now. The Dodgers have said they're going to kind of take it easy on him. He's kind of been maxing out around 90 pitches. If he gets there each start, and he's facing a really good and really low strikeout Mets offense today. So this is definitely a play that I like, but at that number, much beyond that, I don't love.
Yeah, slight overreaction, I think, in the market for the opening line market on back-to-back 10K strikeouts for Heaney, which isn't usually what he does here. 20.1% K percentage versus left-handers for the Mets. So there are a lot of things. So everyone's looking at everyone's shouting out. There's still plus money out there available. Plus 105 at Betway, plus 108 at Bet Rivers. Kevin says, any chance we can not only hear the best book, but like it up to a certain number? And to me, I think it's Derek gives you the projection and what he likes, and then you kind of have to build that number, whether or not you think how much more plus EV you think a coin flip is worth to you. Am I wrong with that or no?
No, you're right. So the projection here is 5.27. So it's only a 57% winner. This is not like a huge one. But plus money, with it under 5.5. And again, this line being out of line with, the rest of the market. I've seen some books, especially the sharper books, minus 110. So getting it at plus 110 with the projection where it is, I like it, but it's not like the greatest bet we've ever had.
No, and you were saying that earlier this morning that the market itself today was kind of a barren landscape, no?
Yeah, it really is.
Which is weird considering football season and everything. You would think that there would be better spots in the season, but that's just the day-to-day with MLB betting props. It seems some days are better than others, and the EV is expected in
Yeah, I mean,
some
one day
days, and
last
some
week we
days.
threw out 6 plays because there were 6 good ones, but some days it's hard to find 1 or 2 that are really great. And today I just think the plays are good. I don't think there's any great plays available at all.
Nice, and I'll comment the fact that you've been great this year at knowing when to pull trigger on 6 plays or when to, you know what I mean? There's nothing, so let's double dip on Justin Steele, you did on Friday. So
Yeah.
everybody's locked in there with the under 5.5 from the lefty Andrew Heaney. Jumping over to release number 2, Bet 365. We are at Bet 365. And in the sense of, I believe what Kevin said earlier, if you not have this book, just wait until we finish kind of the release, and then I'll quickly ask Derek for what his projection is, and we'll go from there just to give you guys a quicker idea. So Colorado at Atlanta. That's where we are. The Rockies go to Truist Park, take on the Braves. Prop market we're looking at, pitcher strikeouts. I just love producer Mick for just zooming in on that, because there's nothing worse than trying to look at those odds from the computer. So for release number 2, we are going Atlanta's Max Fried over 5.5 Ks plus 120. Max Fried over 5.5 Ks plus 120. This one's still widely available. Quick projection, 5.5 here. So what are your projections on the K to let everyone know quickly?
The projection's at 6. So again, it's another one where it's not like a huge, this projects as a 54% winner, but we're getting it at plus 120. And again, this line is once again out of line with the rest of the market. Minus 104 I've seen, at some of the sharper books. So that's really what it is. It's small edges on these plays today. It's a good play. It's not like a fantastic one. They're basically that we're getting at good odds.
Ryan Schultz jumps away plus 125 at Betway, and that's always one of the books we get back to. I mean, there are a lot of books to sort through, and
Betway I always check, but Betway I think has very location specific odds. My numbers are always different than your numbers at Betway.
Yeah, and then sometimes you go to Betway and you see those odds, and you're like, well, there's a reason I'm not usually checking Betway all the time. But then they come out and they're off market on a lot of other stuff. So went from plus 102 to minus 104, as you said, the word over on Prop Builder. That would be nice if there was a correlation between the two things. Let's hope. So, yeah, Caesars plus 115, so still plus money on the board. I mean, the thing about Colorado, too, is we talk about, as we usually fade them, visiting pitchers in Coors Field, that their strikeout rate is skewed because of their home and road splits. Bottom 3 K percentage at home, 15th middle of the pack on the road. That's pretty big. And Fried's just his leash and efficiency have been through the roof. 6.8 innings averaging over his last 6 starts, and he has that 100 pitch leash despite obviously some injuries earlier in his young career.
Yep, that's exactly it. The Rockies are more strikeout prone on the road because Coors suppresses it so much. Fried projects for 6.8 innings today, about 100 pitches, very efficient because the Rockies are such a bad offense. So we're kind of hoping to get there through volume and, him just kind of shutting them down and going deep into the game.
Yep. So Max Fried over 5.5 Ks. To recap the 2 plays today for Tuesday, we are on Andrew Heaney under 5.5 Ks plus 110. We already saw that move. And now we're on Max Fried over 5.5 Ks plus 120. We've already seen that move. Appreciate everybody in the chat. As always, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday here at 11. Couldn't have done it without you guys in the chat helping everybody out. Because not everybody, like I said, not everybody uses all the same books. So a bit of a community. So me and Derek and Covers greatly appreciate all the help. And that will do it for us today on Tuesday. If you're following the games, we'll be on Twitter. Feel free to tweet out, and we'll be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time.